is what's on offer for us now. And it'll be BetBoom to start on the T side. No util toss this time around.
A couple of players actually holding on to extra money to be able to force into following rounds should this round not go well. Here's the quick play straight into B. xertioN trying to play retake if he can and get into market here.
Yeah, just one player over toward B for MOUZ. It's not going to be a fun place to be if you're xertioN. And look at that, xertioN in mid as well, is able to take the head off of Torji. And xertioN suffers the same fate at the hands of Nexius. So we're back to a 3-on-3, but 3-on-3 requiring a retake on the B bomb site with a double set up towards bench and a nice shot from nafany. Might make for a difficult task here for MOUZ. It looks like BetBoom are starting strong and nafany is continuing his fine form from the event so far. 2 heads banged off. How about 3? Not his own. That's not what we were looking for, but Frozen! Ooh. Well, he's run out of time, but that was a nice 3-piece from him. Unfortunately, he won't get much of a reward for it.
He is going to hold on to armor, though. So with the 3K there, what's he got? 2.9. That's an A1S buy. Potential force into round 2. Already has armor. That could be something that's problematic, especially if he's, you know, looking as sharp as he is right now with the USP. See if MOUZ are going to opt to go for that and force up around it, or maybe it's going to be the AWP bank for Torsi perhaps into round number 3. Regardless, nice round from BetBoom to kick things off on the right foot.
All right, triple AK. In fact, there is the M4 picked up by Frozen, and he's all the way in CT spawn toward Ticket Booth on the A site. BetBoom are really not messing around in this game so far.
Yeah, quick jungle con smoke straight up onto the side. It's a retake setup from MOUZ. So BetBoom trying to get an open plant and maybe aggressive into CT.
xertioN might have bitten off more than he could chew there. Nexius 2 kills with the MP9, and it goes on to Danists to hold strong with a triple. A brief moment of hope for MOUZ, but nothing beyond that.
This is exactly what we saw against Vitality, just up-tempo gameplay from BetBoom. People are talking about CS2 being a game where you can be aggressive, you can run around, peak his advantage. And here at IEM Sydney, BetBoom are taking full advantage of that. I can see why they picked Mirage. You know, it's this map where on the T side you can just play this fast style. Quick palace pops. Wolfpack run it straight down middle. B apps timings. These are strats that, you know, usually in more of a pub setting at a, you know, tier 2 level are super effective. These are the kind of strats that are more so figured out at the pro level a lot of the time. Great reactions and individual anchor players who know how to react to those kind of strats, but they seem like they're working super well for BetBoom.
Who's this? Is it xertioN? Someone threw a mid smoke. Someone threw a window smoke. So let's see if it hits. Looks good.
I think they've fixed it since that initial game.
That would be good to see.
But with the current news at the moment, that may be more of an issue.
Later, it won't affect us at IEM Sydney. The build won't change. We're playing the same patch, if you will.
But at some point, if that's not remedied, then you may see a lot of inconsistent smokes into mid-window on Mirage. Look at this, nafany's already in the CT spawn. He's where they buy guns, and he hasn't been checked.
Nor will he be. Trigger discipline is going to allow him to walk further into CT spawn. There's no freebies for him there.
He's not even going to see anyone this round.
He's gone for the scenic route.
Anybody.
It's the nafany pacifist run in this round, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's just provided some nice info to the boys. And that's really what, you know, being an IGL is all about.
Right.
Doing all the hard work and then giving all of your other players the credit. Except when you're nafany and you just top stat the event at the same time. That's probably going to be pretty nice. Nexius trying to take any more guns he can away from BetBoom, but another lovely round from BetBoom. 3-0 for them, 4 players surviving. And they continue this really good run on the T side of Mirage. Similar to what we saw in the game against Vitality. Now up to MOUZ to start to respond. They do have these really strong rifling individuals, though, who know how to anchor well, who know how to shut down some of these fast plays, at least in Go. Oh, it missed it. They missed the window smoke again, but they're just running straight out of A. That's a different player. That was a different player.
Oh, that
wasn't a spray transfer.
That's what Mac was talking about. Literally, yesterday I was watching him cast. He says every time you think you see something cool with the spray down, it's always another player. It's got me now as well.
Well, it's a 3-on-3. MOUZ peg 2 back.
Oh.
Plants coming down. Reverse default. No, I think it's just on default here.
I've been scammed and I'm mad. Blowing open the smoke. MOUZ trying to work their way up through CT. Oh, xertioN. Hold on a moment. Now let's see what nafany can do. As we've mentioned and highlighted a couple of times already, he's been playing really well individually at this event. And here's a big opportunity to put another nail in the coffin of MOUZ's chances on this CT side. Nailed into sandwich. Won't land. And nafany is just tucked in the corner at Tetris. Molotov, he's backing on the fact that they don't have a defuse
he didn't have time
kit
to put
and
it
the
out.
smoke won't come through in time. nafany will win the round.
Oh, you saw the smoke. Look at the smoke on Torsi. He just, the position that he was in holding with the AWP, he did not have time to extinguish that Molotov. And xertioN being that low HP, unfortunately, that's not enough. And BetBoom, despite missing another mid-window. Oh, that was nice. Someone naded open the smoke. I don't know if it was a T side or a CT side, but if someone on CT from jungle, HE naded that smoke and Torsi picked someone on the cross from short, that would have been a nice little piece of teamwork. But look.
Timeout.
BetBoom, yeah, forcing out a timeout here from MOUZ. Yeah, really, again, applying the press. Money on the T side is excellent. They just continue to run it down on T side. There's a little bit more to it, you know, it's good timings, it's good utility, but they are very much running at anyone they play against. And so far, it seems very difficult, even for the best teams in the world, to handle.
Here's the window smoke again. Will it land?
Oh dear, guys, this has not been good. I've seen BetBoom miss a lot of smokes, and xertioN's going to punish them for it. It's actually unreal. I think we're getting close to the double digits I've seen of BetBoom missing window smokes on Mirage.
Doesn't seem to matter.
Between the game against Vitality and this one.
They're just winning the game anyway. Although, I mean, nafany, he's just going with pace, and so is Siren, man. Oh, man. Everyone's dead.
This is classic CIS Counter-Strike. Aggressive rifling, running at your opponent and forcing them to pass the firepower test.
W key has been activated. Thought for a brief second that round was going to go okay for MOUZ. Not such a nice shot on the entry from xertioN, but in the end it will not matter as BetBoomer just threw the map so damn quickly. Holy cow.
No response yet from MOUZ. Having a tough time dealing with BetBoom running at them. And with this lead on the T side, BetBoom has just got so much cash to continue to buy, to continue to apply that pressure. It smiles all around. Look at them. They know. We're still getting away with it.
I mean,
they can't stop us.
Yeah, it's got to be getting under the skin of MOUZ, for sure, for sure. Especially for...
And you can see, like, that's the thing for BetBoom. Like, you can see from the smiles and the way that they're playing, they believe in it. They're like, they cannot stop us.
No, they can't. I mean, they're not wrong. They're not wrong.
We're just going to keep doing it.
There's
there we go.
We
got it. Woo!
Dorsey got in front of it, but no one was peeking yet. And the run boost to get nafany to the top mid boxes.
This is a bit more of a default round for BetBoom. 1-3-1.
Nah, this is not what we want.
Work in the map.
Where's the W slot?
You got it. It will come, Jordan. It will come.
Okay, I'll wait.
This is, you know, you got to be a bit more nuanced. There's a smoke to top con. But smoke from the CT side's over there on short. They're going to nade it open, and xertioN's going to look for a timing to pick this player in con from catwalk. Oh, mid-aggression. MOUZ looking to crunch. Haven't actually pulled the trigger on that, though. It's a bit of a standoff in middle.
xertioN is going to be on the receiving end of that peak, and it's nafany that gets the kill.
That was a CT nading open the smoke, unfortunately. So that's not gone well for MOUZ.
xertioN, full white.
Flash.
And a nafany is doing God's work at the moment. Can he get a little bit more done, or does he even need to? Because Danis and xertioN have struck, and again, it's Frozen who will look to survive on his own.
You can see what they were going for there. You know, similar to the CT side, who often you throw a flash from triple in go, and then a CT will try to pop through the smoke and look for a timing to peek into middle. Usually you saw that in the early to mid round. That time it was xertioN throwing an HE nade into the smoke from Catwalk. But with the travel time from something like that, it's a very readable play for the T's almost. Sometimes you will get caught from that, but actually, unfortunately, ends up not favoring the CT side. xertioN nading open the smoke means that I think it was xertioN inside Con just gets isolated and picked by BetBoom for free when previously he was a bit safer behind that smoke. You can see BetBoom as well were holding the HE trying to nade open the smoke. So that's actually the play that they wanted to go for, and the CTs just did it for them.
6-0. And money's still pretty dire on that CT side. xertioN was holding on to a FAMAS for a second there. It looks like he's sold it.
We're 7 rounds into this game, and MOUZ has already burned 2 timeouts.
2 out of 3.
It's dire straits. Like, they are actually having big issues with BetBoom right now.
Seems like everyone is at this event, to be fair. How insane of a storyline would that be if BetBoom came into their first Tier 1 CS LAN? It's CS2, by the way, and just won it.
Well,
that would be a statement.
Look, games like this are one thing.
All right.
Studio game, we're chilling. We're in our comfort zone. In front of 10K people on stage in a semi-final. If they win that, like, I'm already impressed. If they win that, then I'm like, okay, legit. You're legit.
Yeah, all right.
BetBoom timeout of their own after MOUZ's timeout.
So MOUZ have opted to buy into this round, of course. Lacking util on xertioN, xertioN, xertioN. xertioN being the B player as well with just a smoke and a nade. Might not feel too confident about holding on to that side of the map. I like that they've got the little MOUZ logo on their notepad there. It's a nice little added touch, isn't it?
It's an official document, Jordan.
Yep.
You gotta make your templates, you know?
Fair enough. Is it MOUZ branded paper that they print on? Nah, that would be extra.
Paper.
kyron so fast into connector. Again, BetBoom just out the gates. They don't slow down at all. 1 minute 36 still on the clock, and kyron is walking his way into jungle. He wants to take the fight to xertioN, and that is going to go very nicely indeed. It is BetBoom at their best we're getting to witness in this upper bracket final at IEM Sydney.
Another bloody shot from xertioN.
It just don't stop. nafany's got another 2.
He's got another 2 through murder hole. Oh my god.
He's AWPing in CT.
Frozen's...
What? What?
Frozen has literally been... Every round, Frozen has been like... His whole team has died, and then he's been like, what is going on? He's been rotating around the map.
Where do I go? What do I do?
I've seen more of Frozen trying to work out what's happening.
Is it time to fight fire with fire for MOUZ?
That was a nice little strat from BetBoom, by the way. They threw a jungle smoke T-side there to help them come up con. Oh, he's having it. They're having a great time. The vibes are immaculate. I've checked the vibes on BetBoom, and as your official vibe inspector, I can approve. kyron's in ladder room. It's 1 minute 40, Jordan. kyron's in ladder room. nafany's peeking underpass.
Underpass.
It's... Are we sure these guys are Russian? This is looking very Chinese right now.
What do you mean? They are literally Russian at the moment. Like,
they are Russian everywhere.
They're Russian all over the place.
I mean, you can't do anything but laugh. This is just destruction. This is CIS Counter-Strike. This is raw aggression and individual skill. This is the power of anime.
BetBoom thinks that the way to get the dub is to press the dub.
What's that dub key?
www.w.com.
www.nafany-was-not-the-problem.com. Or what would it be? .ru or whatever. They're
.gov.
.gov. Yeah, sure.
.edu. Actually, it would be .edu.
Yeah, because we're learning. I'm learning right now.
I'm learning
how to play CS2.
That is true. Let's try out some of these strategies in Premier tonight.
I was trying them out last night. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I was getting owned.
I was running it down. Because my hero nafany does it.
Oh, they're in. the reason he's called Nafany God. You might be seeing why.
Is this another MOUZ timeout? That's it, guys. We're 8 rounds in. MOUZ have used all of their timeouts.
Haven't even finished the first half. Ay, ay, ay.
Look, xertioN, he's said all that he can say. Honestly, he's printed the strats on the MOUZ branded paper. BetBoom has taken the strats. They've lit them on fire. They've said none of that matters. Shoot me or I'll shoot you.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do in a circumstance like this as a coach. At a certain point, the players just have to get it done. Comes another window smoke attempt. That one not quite going to connect.
They just miss window smokes almost non-stop and still just...
Oh, who cares? Like, literally, who cares at this
shoot
point?
him in the head.
You just, yeah. You're out mid anyway. They're out mid. It doesn't matter. Don't need a window smoke. How about just don't... Oh,
what? Missed it again! Twice in one round!
Oh.
Oh, God. They're going to win this round. They're going to win this round anyway, Jordan. None of it matters.
Nah, they're not. I don't think so. I think this is where the fun stops.
All right.
Oh, goodness me.
You do have to hit at least one window smoke, guys.
Oh! Hello.
So sharp.
All right. xertioN, how about that? Let's see if he can do some damage. That's the thing. Money's still pretty bad for the CT side, just faking the sound cue.
Yeah, every gun he can take away at this point makes a difference. Frozen's finally been able to go for one of these flank timings and do something. Maybe. Giving him a bit of a tickle, boys. Ah, there you go. Frozen.
Okay.
He's got it. xertioN has gone, yes. Yes. We did it.
Boom. That's one. Boom.
Two.
That's two.
And xertioN just jumps into window. Look, that should have worked, to be honest. Like, if Torsi doesn't hit that no-scope, which had a fair deal of RNG involved.
Maybe it was just a plan.
Honestly, xertioN, if he entries window there and they creep out B-apps on the timing, BetBoom probably wins that round.
Ah, a window smoke.
It barely made it. That was very close to not making it.
We got it done. We got it done. But there's a bit of a hole there, isn't there? Going to be smoked off again. I've seen that position a little bit. Jumping up on the little, what is it?
Oh, this is the XE they did before, where they do the wall of smokes and xertioN jumps up on default.
Over. Yep.
Yeah, I love this. Plays a little bit of a one-way. Frozen's aware of it, though. You can see they've done their homework in the meanwhile going out B. Entries are being hit. Danis, yeah, nafany's going to go down jungle side. Danis, not much for him to do. He's been shut out of B. A 1v3, the CT is quite spread across the map. It's winnable, but he's quite low. MOUZ are starting to shoot back a little bit. Starting to figure this one out a bit more.
Yeah, maybe that tack pause that they just had actually did make a bit of a difference, because that's where things have started to swing back in the favor of MOUZ. xertioN will get it done. Look at how good the money is still for BetBoom, though. This is a real grind for MOUZ to get even to 4 rounds in the half. Very nice round from xertioN.
Yeah, not like BetBoom are going to have any issues continuing to rebuy. They're going to buy out the rest of this half. They're going to take a tack timeout. Try and win out the half. 10-2 if they can. In a shine, giving the boys fist bumps. Obviously plied his trade, I think, as an analyst over there on FaZe for quite a long time. And now he's stepping up from an analyst position into a head coach, which is a little bit of a different skill set. But I think, you know, not only being involved with one of the, you know, greatest leadership figures in Counter-Strike, in karrigan, but obviously a veteran like Robban as well. These are going to be great role models for you to learn to be that leader rather than just a stats man.
Seems to be working pretty well for BetBoom. Whatever they're doing, whoever's doing it, the system is going okay. And here's another set of util over the top. Looks to be the same set again from BetBoom. Torji, though, has gotten rid of Kyron, so you're not going to see anyone jumping up over the boxes this time around. It's nafany who has to find the entry. Nade will finish him off, but you're still seeing kills here for BetBoom, and Shui's position is key. They didn't figure there would be anyone behind triple, and so Danis will go down without too much difficulty. It's on the Siren to try to clear that one out, and he does a good job of it. xertioN also struck in the meanwhile. 2-on-1 for xertioN, though he has util to play with. The time is not in his favor. Oh, and that nade barely even tickling Siren.
xertioN just jiggling for info here. Doesn't actually catch the cross. That provides an opportunity to xertioN, but a messy spray means that he can't seize hold of it. And a 9th for BetBoom. That wasn't the initial execute working even, really. It felt like MOUZ dealt with this A-set play quite well. Nice shot from xertioN, has to be said. But look, Siren and xertioN in that XVX, they convert themselves a 2-on-3. Now MOUZ, money not so good. Down to a Deagle or Nexius, almost no utility. And in a round like this, they're going to have to win a lot of aim tools. That's been an issue for them so far against BetBoom.
Contact out of Palace. xertioN is watching. Oh, but he's fallen off the line. Just at the right time, though, for Shui to grab the kill onto nafany. xertioN has been given information on Siren as well, and it is all coming together for MOUZ in the final round of the half. It's just Kyron, and there's no talk of damage anymore, but still, you'd have to say there's maybe some damaged egos on the behalf of MOUZ after that 9-3 for BetBoom to kick off the series. Well, that is perhaps the face that MOUZ is going to be making after the first half, because they must be shocked. Look at that. Just a soul-crushing stare at absolutely nothing. It is MOUZ down 9-3. What a first half that was from BetBoom, running away with it. And they're certainly looking good to close out their map choice of Mirage.
Just raw aggression. Window smoke going in there for MOUZ. Only one flash left here. xertioN trying to spam through the edge of the smoke as MOUZ start to make some moves towards connector. 3 players over here for BetBoom though.
Fast up connector. Maybe taking a leaf out of BetBoom's book right here is MOUZ. nafany though is able to double strike on the entry, and once again it is really not quite so easy as it looks for MOUZ. Bomb's in an awkward spot here. Progressed forward into jungle. Does give options for xertioN. And xertioN was just spotted walking into the bottom connector there. So, info was given to xertioN, but xertioN's just a little bit better.
xertioN now knows where xertioN was positioned, but unsure of Siren's last known location. So, waiting right now for the CTs to maybe move through. Although he might have he saw him bottom con, didn't he? Yeah, so he thinks he might be hanging around con. Siren in the meanwhile repositioning back towards CT side. Both of these players on BetBoom trying to move together. Siren watching the cross, but getting peeked by xertioN. xertioN now on the cross. A critical 2K to win a big pistol round for BetBoom. And xertioN, last half, took 6 of the opening duels out of the 12 rounds.
xertioN was on for the ace there as well. He had 4 out of 4 kills. Needed one more. Ace pistol clutch would have been huge, but no luck.
I mean, we've seen heroics from xertioN in the past for MOUZ. I remember that 40 bomb game.
That's true.
It's something to behold. 40 bomb in regulation, I think it was.
Well, MOUZ going to take the save. They didn't get the bomb plant down. And nafany's looking for some more frags. He's already 15-7, but I think he wants to take that #1 spot away from m0NESY. Nade over the top. It's going to do a little bit of damage there, but most of the frags are going elsewhere. xertioN and xertioN having the time of their lives, and even the P2000 comes out as well. You can just see BetBoom, the team, oozing with confidence.
They're just laughing. They're just running at MOUZ and laughing. No kills there for MOUZ, not chipping any money away from the CT side economy. Krieg comes out for xertioN. And AKs across the board. 3 rifles here for BetBoom. Siren even upgrading an M4 in this round, I believe. nafany's taken the P90 out of xertioN's hands actually this time, so wants to use that over towards the A side of the map. It is a 3-1-1 leaning towards the A side of things for BetBoom, and they have actually stacked correctly. Yeah,
not a bad spot to be playing with the P90. You know you're going to be playing close under balcony, something like that. P90 definitely not going to go astray. He's held onto his smoke as well if he needs it to cancel a Molotov.
His info denial smokes here from MOUZ in middle. Multiple pieces of utility trying to keep MOUZ at bay in A ramp for the time being, and MOUZ trying to turn this mid control into perhaps an A split. But with xertioN getting control of ladder, they might be thinking about rerouting perhaps. No, just juggling a few pieces of utility around for the time being.
Here comes the util. Let's see what nafany can do. He's going to have to smoke himself off. Spam's coming through now as well. That P90 dream might not be on offer, but he's going to go for the swing, and no such success. That said, they haven't cleared Siren in the firebox. They've completely ignored him. Bomb plant not yet gone down for MOUZ. xertioN not moving a muscle, and Siren. Did he see xertioN walk into under balcony? Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. Either way, the kill's not going to go where it needed to. And that'll leave xertioN alone, org in hand. He's hitting his shots at the moment, though. Let's have a look and see how this plays out. Not quite enough, as Frozen gets the timing out from Palace.
Probably see the fours here from BetBoom, I'd imagine. Siren's double eco anyway, and they do have enough money for a couple of rifles here. MOUZ, I mean, it was pretty stock standard stuff, really, that T-side gun round. Smoke into windows, smoke to top mid, creates a little bit of space for some of the players to start to make their way in towards middle. And they re-smoke window and smoke top con with, and then 3 players start to creep out to the A side as they try to split up con, and then xertioN playing from ladder, trying to pick the rotations of the CT side. So MOUZ, nice gun round for them. Did take a fair few losses though, and with the force coming out here for BetBoom, they could actually break MOUZ's money right on that point.
If they win, of course.
So this is a swing round. This is a chance for MOUZ to start to work their way back into this T half. They break the CT side money here. They will get a nice little anti-eco followed by an easier gun round to win due to the lack of utility and maybe the difficulty in buying an ult for BetBoom.
Big stack into mid. 2 players making the jump out of window into mid. And xertioN wants to push his way up. The flash coverage is just a bit too good though from MOUZ to allow that kind of aggression from BetBoom. Still they want to swing, and Kyron's got himself one. xertioN spotted out the bomb there as well. This is going horribly wrong for MOUZ. BetBoom.
Oh.
Unbridled aggression.
xertioN's taken the B site, but traded by xertioN. Frozen waiting in Palace, waiting for an A site rotation that he can potentially punish, and torsi looking for something in middle. Still a minute 20 on the clock. If MOUZ cannot 2v4 this round, their money will be broken on map point here.
Well, this is where the star power has to come into effect for MOUZ. You've got torsi and Frozen, probably the 2 that you'd look to in a circumstance like this to come up with something magical. They do have a little bit of time to work with, but they're not together. So first piece of the puzzle is going to be getting Frozen over to torsi somehow. torsi can't move, scared of dropping the bomb. And in all this meanwhile, the time ticks away and things get more and more favorable for BetBoom. 40 seconds left. They have joined forces, but it is taking them a long time to work through middle. And xertioN is on an off angle. You'd expect him to probably get one from here. What's the clearance going to look like? Horrible. torsi, back turned, gives up his life for free. And now it's just Frozen who is going to have to recollect the bomb. Oh, Frozen! What on earth have you just done? The smoke goes through, he's into A, there's nothing that Kyron can do about it, and just like that, as I said, you look for the magic, and there it is, Frozen. Can he convert? Oh, up onto the balcony, a ballsy spot, and Frozen, what a round, that is insane.
4K to save MOUZ from being broke on map point. Didn't go well right from the start of the round. BetBoom aggressing up middle, finding a pick in B apartments, put them right on the ropes straight from the get-go. They've been on the ropes this entire game.
Bang, bang,
but
here you go.
Maybe this shooting, this clutch could be the point where things start to turn around for MOUZ.
Yeah, watch it and weep if you're a BetBoom fan. That was something.
That breaks BetBoom's money as well. That clutch was so massive.
Well, full pistols out for BetBoom, and MOUZ now moving with confidence into the B bomb site. torsi, knife out, jumping out. And xertioN having his time over toward the A side of the map. Really not too much to say about this one for BetBoom. Oh, dearie me, Frozen. What are the implications of that going to be on the map? Surely it doesn't break BetBoom's mental.
No,
they're so far ahead.
I don't think so, but it'll shake them up a little bit. And if this game starts to get a little closer, that's where maybe the pressure is going to start to get on them. You know, they've been laughing. Things have been great while they're front running. But maybe that's going to be, I mean, look, it will feel a little, what's the word? MOUZ will feel a little dejected, I think, with the way that this game's been going. But it's those kind of clutches, those kind of massive plays that will fire the boys up and kind of inspire them to try to fight for this map here. Another gun round for BetBoom, though. This is where we find out, you know, are MOUZ going to start to step straight back into this game, or are we back to the regularly scheduled programming? Was that just a brief commercial in between the you know, the anime, the morning anime on Toast TV?
Okay.
No one's going to know that reference.
Toasted TV, that's the old... yeah, you guys know Toasted TV, don't you remember?
Nah, no one's going to know.
All the Aussies know.
The Aussies will know.
Getting up at 8 in the morning, watching some yoga.
You're either watching bloody Toasted TV or you're watching Koshi on Sunrise.
And then Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hell yeah.
Alrighty. Let's see. 1-3-1 here for BetBoom. MOUZ at the moment heavily stacked up in towards B apartments. It's just a singular player in unders, maybe looking to apply some pressure to connector or smoke off window. There's already a top con smoke, and xertioN can't get in position to smoke window just yet. MOUZ looking for this B apartments timing. There's already multiple players here.
Pop flashes out from xertioN. He's on the entry duty, and that's not quite gone the way he wanted it to. Siren looking sharp indeed. Eventually shut down, but nafany's there for the trade from jail. Bomb is dropped in the middle of the site, and xertioN, he's up to nafany's old tricks, but it's just not quick enough. 3-on-2. And xertioN is watching from that cheeky little angle. Undone. xertioN keeping it alive. Oh, nafany gets away with a lucky one, and then will finish off xertioN as well. Maybe the clutch from Frozen won't make much of a difference to the result of the game. And I just want to say, Pilkey, back in my day, it was called Cheese TV, not Toasted TV. I think they rebranded it, but true OGs, no Cheese TV.
Okay. Maybe I'm just hungry and I'm confusing foods. All right, last chance here for MOUZ. Not the buy that they would have wanted to be working with. Down to a Galil, somewhat limited util, Tech 9, Mac 10. xertioN mollied out a con here. MOUZ again looking for this B apartments timing after a little bit of pressure in middle. BetBoom once again are in this 1-3-1, but starting to trend back towards that B site crossfire. In comes the exit.
Siren once again to receive. He got xertioN there to help him out, and actually it's just going to be xertioN now. Flashes are popping all over the place. He can't see properly, and so Frozen will strike, and nafany tries to creep out through to Africa. It's not going to work for him. 2-on-4.
Gonna save. This time MOUZ hitting their entries. xertioN did a good job of shutting down that B apartments play in the round previous, but when he can't get as much work done, MOUZ will continue to extend their lives here. Bit of a late run into this game, but similar to what I was saying in the game for complexity. You know, in a game that hasn't been going your way, you know, MR12, you only have so much time to kind of turn things back around. To be able to scrape a couple of rounds together, make your opponent feel a little bit more mortal, make your opponent feel a little bit more beatable, can definitely affect mental going into the next game. And I think that that complexity series was the perfect example of it. Although they got pummeled by Electronic on Ancient, complexity scraped some rounds together towards the end of that and then brought a lot more energy into Inferno and won it very handedly. So whether this game goes the way of MOUZ or not, these late couple of rounds coming their way on the T side are definitely going to help them out in terms of just getting themselves more situated to play some good Counter-Strike, even if it doesn't happen in this map. And let's be real, they're only 5 rounds trailing. This is an anti-eco with only 2 saved rifles, 2.4k loss bonus. Like, this is very doable to reach for OT here for MOUZ.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, look, I think 12-7, you look at that scoreline, it's MR15, you think, okay, not in a bad spot. But when you know that there's one round, all the BetBoom needs is one round, it doesn't leave you a lot of wiggle room. Nexius, nice entry this time from him onto Siren. To be fair, BetBoom still a little bit shaky in this round in terms of the investment that they've got. 1 step at a time for MOUZ. That's what they're going to have to be focusing on right now.
Just another save here on the AWP and the rifle. Pistol is most likely going to look for exits perhaps, or maybe not even. 8th for MOUZ, 4 rounds away. And the CT side economy can be a bit fickle. At least going to be 1 anti-eco in there. So look, 2 or 3 gun rounds, Jordan. Ooh, nice. Took a rifle away.
Yeah, look, I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to pick up what you're putting down. And if that were to happen, then you'd have to really look at Frozen and say, wow, what an impact round that was.
What a play.
But we're not there yet. I mean, it was a sick play. But those are the kinds of rounds that are forgotten about if you end up losing the map. But if you go on to then win this map, win the series, go through the playoffs of IEM Sydney, that's a round that people are going to be talking about. Still, more work yet to be done from MOUZ. And BetBoom have got another bye.
MOUZ have been hitting a lot of B apps timings. That's something that BetBoom will have to respect going forward here. But MOUZ this time looking like they're just going to keep hammering home the point. Once again, running a 1-4. Shui applying a lot of pressure towards middle. 3 smokes over there for MOUZ. He's up connector. This is allowing the cat rotator to float on over. And although he's been picked, the rest of MOUZ are going into the B site with force. And it's another entry from Nexius.
Oh, another
double
2.
entry.
Okay, he's really starting to come into his own now. 10 and 14, picking the pace up, that's for sure. Good trade from xertioN, spamming through that smoke. Gets nafany. BetBoom now have to really look and dig deep. To be fair, we've already seen they have the ability to do that on this map. They went to OT against Vitality. They were able to get the win there. The pressure is certainly mounting now on BetBoom. MOUZ have been playing under that pressure pretty much this entire map. But you're starting to sense a shift in momentum.
This is where, I mean, MOUZ has hit the B-apps timing and made it work multiple rounds in a row despite it not working the first time. They continue to go for that B-apps play, continue to play the 1-4s. 3 of them died at the bomb. That's not going to be great for their money, actually. What's the money like on MOUZ?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, not too bad. But still, look, at the end of the day, I think MOUZ, they're going to need a little bit more depth than just going into this B play every day, but every single round. But it is going to force some kind of response out of BetBoom. You know, BetBoom are going to have to respect the fact that they keep dying to these B-apps timings. Going to have to make some adaptations, which is why you're seeing a tactical timeout. They're going to have a bit of a chat. This is where Shui... Oh, it's a tech pause, actually. This is where Shui is going to really show his stripes as an IGL. Understanding how BetBoom will have to adapt and respect that B-apps play and where that might open up some space elsewhere on the map. You could see what MOUZ were trying to go for. But Shuhei, you know, working into mid. They tried to make it look like a default. He was essentially trying to sell them a bill of fake goods about, you know, what MOUZ's plans were in that round to open up that apps timing, and he did a fantastic job of it. Either way, into round number 22 here. Money not so great for BetBoom. They're going to have to take a save around these couple of rifles. But look, 2 M4s and an AWP. I've seen weaker buys get it done.
Sure.
2 Deagle armors.
Well, BetBoom have been doing it tough in the last few rounds, though, so have to favour MOUZ here. Nade straight into the smoke. Oh, xertioN. You can see he's disappointed with that one in the player cam. Now it's Torzy's turn. Doesn't look like he's quite going to get the opportunity. xertioN not peeking all the way up over the stairs. Shui wants to pressure out of A ramp. Definitely lining up for an A hit for MOUZ, and xertioN has caught xertioN, so he has been punished for missing that shot earlier on.
Ooh.
Siren just going to bang xertioN out of the window. I don't want what you're selling. That's what he says. AK did fall back down into mid, so not retrievable for BetBoom.
Yeah. One rifle on either side. Nexius creeping up jungle, one player back of apps. MOUZ kind of rerouting around middle, trying to join up with Nexius. He will pick up Danis, and unfortunately Siren missing a couple of shots. Does lose a little bit of HP, but he's been able to clean up Nexius.
Yeah.
In comes this A split though.
Player on short's going to be the big difference maker here. xertioN timing in front of the Molotov. He's up into ladder room, but in the meanwhile, nafany's gone down for Frozen. And Shui will get the last kill. MOUZ 2 steps away now from securing a fantastic comeback into OT.
That was the half buy though for BetBoom. And things did get a little dicey for a second there. Again, smokes into window, top mid smoke and smoke into window from the T side here of MOUZ, who are spread a little bit further around the map. Shuhei given some smokes and some utility to be able to throw towards the A side of the map here, while the rest of MOUZ again look to go for one of these B apps timings. Smoke to market being readied by xertioN. This honestly looks like a little bit of a double pump. They're smoking into B here, trying to pull out the util and the rotations for BetBoom, and they have baited out those rotations, but now comes the util from Shuhei. He throws a smoke to top con. And BetBoom, you can see by the way they're moving, they're unsettled. In comes the double pump here from MOUZ.
xertioN again on that same entry line into B. He's looking for xertioN and he's found him. He is hunting everyone down on the B bomb site. He eventually gets his comeuppance, but look at that from MOUZ. They are just way too clean on these B entries. Oh, one after the other.
Just playing with BetBoom. The conditioning and the different layers and different timings that MOUZ are hitting this B site on is not something that BetBoom can deal with. And that has worked an absolute treat. That's what I'm talking about when I refer to it as a double pump. Smoke into market and a little bit of a util set over the B site was simply just something to draw a rotation for BetBoom, make it look like they had conditioned BetBoom to respect that B fake, draw the rotations out and then take the mid space. But really, they're all just trying to push and pull BetBoom's rotations, pull them back towards the B site and then make it look like they're taking con, and then they hit B.
Yeah, wow.
And BetBoom's completely out of position.
One round to go for MOUZ. BetBoom down to the last scraps of their money. XM for xertioN, MP9 for danists. They're lacking utility across the board. But sometimes these are the hardest rounds to get over the line. MOUZ, one more required.
Yeah, Sirens deep in B apps this time. Smoke to top middle, and again, it's the util set here from xertioN, making them worried about the B site here, but with the deep control, they're not so worried. xertioN top balcony, able to find that kill in towards Palace. This could be it.
xertioN's burning as well. This is really starting to get unsettled for MOUZ. The Molotov is going to keep xertioN at bay, so they're safe in onto the site now. And the plant, not yet chance. Do they even want to go all the way into CT?
xertioN's re-clearing Palace. MOUZ are taking CT control here.
Oh, he's found
That's
him.
a freebie onto xertioN. Now the rest of BetBoom only able to play from Con and Stairs side.
Okay, plant is going down for xertioN. Bit of spam through the boxes, but he'll be fine. And now he can set up on that jungle line. In the meanwhile, xertioN has gone down. xertioN swaps back over to the CT side. And that is nice because it's getting cleared out by xertioN. danists is already pushing his way in. He's only got an MP9 to work with. Smoke down on the bomb. I'm not sure that's going to be enough with two players still alive here from MOUZ. xertioN in the Palace. The defuse is on. The peak is coming through. The shots are in onto xertioN and danists. And MOUZ have secured the overtime. Oh dear, BetBoom are going to be looking at that and thinking, what on earth has happened to our game of Mirage? It all started with that clutch from Frozen.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Started with the clutch from Frozen and followed up by some impeccable calling from xertioN. MOUZ just absolutely playing with BetBoom on the comeback train here, hitting different timings, coming out B apartments. And xertioN, they just took all of his decision-making out of the equation that half. He was just sent on the entry duty straight through B. Now out middle, xertioN finds another entry onto xertioN. BetBoom trying to fight it back, but punished.
Oh, man.
They've got to be getting frustrated. These angels they were taking so easily before are starting to be punished by MOUZ.
Yep. You'd be pissed at this point, that's for sure, especially with xertioN being on 1 HP. That mid-fight could have gone a completely different way had xertioN lost the duel. But instead it ended up being 2 for 0 initially. Oh, xertioN onto nafany. Nice headshot. BetBoom, how many in a row have they now lost? xertioN gets banged out by xertioN. 6 at the end of the half. This will be the 7th in a row for MOUZ. And the 10th out of the last 11 rounds. There was one cheeky one in there for BetBoom to get them to map point, but man, this CT side has been very lackluster indeed. And MOUZ are back.
They've taken the lead for the first time this game with that win in the first round of overtime. And I think that really tells you about the shift in momentum you're seeing here. Danis trying to hold on to the M4. Did he? I don't know if he held on to it.
Sounded like someone died just there.
Somebody died. I don't know who died.
xertioN. Was it danists?
Oh, we'll see.
Must have been
Have a look
danists.
at the scoreboard.
Pretty sure. Pretty sure he died.
Tell you what, you keep an eye on it.
I'm eyeing it.
And look, I think given another timeout in OT, I believe, but they're not going to take it just yet. P90 comes out for xertioN here. Running straight into Palace. Double headshot again from Frozen.
He's unreal.
Unreal.
Well, forget about whatever happened at the end of the last round because it is time for MOUZ to walk their way into A now. Smoke's into CT. Nade's going to blow open that smoke. No one seen behind it.
Dennis did die, but
He did die. Yeah.
cool. We've resolved that mystery. Oh, xertioN working his way up catwalk. MOUZ just cutting noise, waiting for BetBoom to make a mistake while xertioN goes and finds the information. He's essentially a glorified money man, but firmly now MOUZ start to extend their utility over towards top con, but xertioN walking into the B site for free brings the boys back. He was the lurking contingency plan here for the T side. MOUZ now almost certainly going to have secured themselves a 14th. xertioN going to punish him for maybe over-aggressing a little on market side, but they know both the CTs are on this A side of the map, and MOUZ know they're going to be able to waltz straight into the B side just as easily as they did in most of those rounds in regulation.
Yeah, Frozen going to keep them honest over toward A as well. And in the worst case for BetBoom, hunt a couple of those players down. I'm sure he's heard xertioN jumping around. That'll be an easy one for Frozen. There's another one from him. I mean, this is the kind of game that people are talking about when they're highlighting Frozen as such an exciting up-and-coming player.
He's been around for a long time. He's not up-and-coming anymore. He's here.
I suppose you're right, yeah.
And I think he is the only player left that was in the original MOUZ roster. The rest of these guys are the academy players, so he's the least up-and-coming player on MOUZ, probably.
When you look at it in context of, you know, people like Rops, for example, have moved from this role, from this roster into bigger names, bigger teams, and become superstars in their own right. I think people are still kind of sleeping on Frozen in a sense.
Yeah. Look, we'll pick up on that again. But traffic jam in mid-window. Double AWP comes out, and both of them actually connecting onto Nexius, one of them legging him.
Well, he was very dead at that point.
A bit of overkill here. It's a triple AWP. I was just looking at the double AWP. It's a triple AWP for BetBoom.
Hey, man, if whatever they're doing right now is not working, so let's just go for it.
Okay.
Why not?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Triple AWP, I guess. Torsey able to peg one back, though.
1 versus 3 for Torsey.
So far he's taken one with him. xertioN on the push through B apartments, though, is the sniper that he wasn't ready for.
All right. Well, xertioN, let's see if he can do something pretty special here. Decent start to the 1-on-4, but that is pretty awkward indeed. So 13-14 is the scoreline at the end of the first half of OT. BetBoom get themselves 1.
And this is the interesting thing, right? They were running at MOUZ when it was working. They got themselves a 9-3 T-side half. But after a big comeback and momentum change for MOUZ, are they going to be feeling as confident on their T-side here, BetBoom, now that they moved into overtime? Are they going to continue running at MOUZ the way they were when this game started?
Well, that is a very good question.
Looks like they're going to go for this fast play into A.
Oh, Molly didn't keep them at bay quite so much.
Okay, the answer is yes, absolutely they are.
That is the answer, isn't it? Oh, God, it's a T-sided game right now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't play CT side.
Welcome to CS2. Oh, my lord.
I think they removed the CT side from the game.
What about that 10-man we played last night where we 12-0'd on T-side and then you guys were like 8-0 on T-side following that?
Yep.
First 20 rounds of T in a row.
Funnily enough, that was on Mirage.
That was on Mirage too, yeah.
Okay. Enough shenanigans. 14-14. We're equalized once again. By the way, now that we're in OT, we're playing Counter-Strike Global Offensive again. 16-14 is what we're looking for. Otherwise, we go to another OT. Which direction are we going to be headed in?
nafany, about 100 words per minute right now. Directing the boys. Big play out A last time. Absolutely hits the mark for BetBoom to equalize this scoreline in overtime here. Smoke into window. nafany Looking to throw some utility pressure over towards the B side of the map. Torzy refreshing the ramp smoke and going to nade it open for Frozen, but Frozen inside of the smoke. At least able to go 2 for 1. MOUZ and gives them the man advantage. Another one for Torzy. Blows open the smoke as he initially intended. And nafany cannot turn this round back around. xertioN 1 on 4. A bit of a slower round goes awry for BetBoom.
xertioN going to see if he can do his own attempt at what Frozen was able to do earlier on in this map for MOUZ. Molotov to get tossed into jungle. Smoke went over to Connector. He's got time to work, but the rotations come through from the CT side and that double swing. Oh no, maybe it's gone wrong. xertioN will hold on to it. I thought for a second there might be a bit of a spray down 1-2 punch and put it in the one-on-one. But MOUZ now has something BetBoom had plenty of. Were not able to convert. So MOUZ, if they were to get it done in one, that would be a statement gauntlet thrown down, or maybe even slapped in the face of BetBoom.
P90 comes out for nafany when he's up against the ropes, and a creek for xertioN. Scoped weaponry hits the mark here as xertioN hits the deck. And look at this, it's the 5-man approach again for BetBoom, straight through middle. They were doing this against Vitality.
Charging up Connector, xertioN can only get himself one. It was nafany, so P90 out of the picture, but Nexius into mid. Oh no! It's a bit of a whiff. And I think we might be headed toward overtime number 2. Let's see if Torzy and Frozen can do it again. They've won a 2-on-4 already. Although, let's be real, that was mostly just down to Frozen. But Torzy was there. And it was a 2-on-4.
He was there. He was present.
He existed.
Oh, xertioN.
It might go the same way again.
Nah.
Frozen having to touch it himself.
They're getting this plant down on the B site. Looking like a nice after plant for them. Frozen think spotted on the cross there from xertioN. It's going to be the receiver of a headshot this time rather than the sender. And BetBoom. Look, there's smiles again. xertioN's had a nice round for himself. He just seems like he's bringing a really good energy for BetBoom. Like, after he has a good round, I think that's really going to help the vibes of the team, despite the fact that this is a bit of a slog. And let's be honest, they're no strangers to playing overtime of Mirage. We've had 2 of those, by the way. I think we've brought the curse with us, Jordan.
Yep. Those
who know. We won't go into it unnecessarily.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, UCS. Classic. So look, BetBoom, no strangers to overtimes on Mirage. Already had to play one in their opener against Vitality.
Well, I'm just starting to think how long this night could be.
Yeah, it could be here for a while.
Okay. What's convo going on at the player booth?
Kind of a tech pause, I believe. BetBoom moving into this next overtime, though, on their T side, I believe. So,
remaking the round.
Remaking.
Something's happened. And then
well, you can't say it's because of a misbuy because they can just sell that now.
That's true.
I'm loving xertioN. This guy's hilarious.
Tech pause at 15:15. As if the stakes couldn't get any higher. I want to see xertioN get up and squeeze the chicken if they win. Makes a very loud noise.
You're quite experienced at choking the chicken, I believe.
I am, yes. That's right. We had one in the talent room and I was doing it there.
Oh, God. Been a great game. Actually, BetBoom, I think, have delivered the best games that I've been watching so far at Sydney.
Definitely, they've been fun to watch. I think they're going to be really fun to watch in the arena as well. You know, obviously they're guaranteed to make it to either the quarters or the semis. And the way that they play, that's going to get everyone riled up. For sure. For sure it is.
But will they be in the quarters or the semis?
That's what jury's out at the moment.
MOUZ, on the other hand, had no business being in overtime. Let's be honest, this game was done and dusted for BetBoom. Should have been over a long time ago. But big impact play from Frozen. Definitely pumped up and inspired the boys. Shuey, some great T-side calling. Secured themselves a 12-12. And now let's wipe that slate clean.
So apparently BetBoom took a tack timeout in that tech pause. So I'm not sure what's going on there, whether or not it counts. Just been told it does count as their one tack timeout for this half of OT, or for this set of OT. That's interesting.
Pick for xertioN. nafany tries to abuse that and jump into window. That pulls the rotation off of B, and BetBoom step immediately into that space.
Oh, Nexius, he's on the entry duty on the CT side. Oh, double kill. Doesn't quite get the third there. Danis.
What's he doing with the
jumping Glock? Don't know. Doesn't matter. It worked for a moment until he was traded back down, and now it's on to xertioN. Has to go to retrieve that bomb. We'll have time to plant if he's quick here, but obviously he's wary of what could be happening on the site, and so he'll end up actually giving time for Frozen to creep all the way in through apps.
Presents multiple 1v1 timings for xertioN to potentially abuse. Going to have to be very quick with the flicks, though. xertioN has repositioned himself in towards Palace, so both of MOUZ playing these one-and-done positions where essentially they are just waiting for the plant. Not something that xertioN is going to be able to attempt before he can pick up the C4.
He's just getting absolutely nothing from the MOUZ players right now.
Yeah, they're giving him nothing intentionally, but the footsteps heard, and now xertioN is going to start his rotation over towards Market. Frozen, spotted out.
It's putting more pressure on xertioN. Nade into the smoke. It's not going to be fooling Frozen. If he really wanted to get that one, probably needed to throw a silent one. But in the end, he'll at least get the bomb plant down. Cops a bit of damage on the way through there, and xertioN won't let him stand up. So MOUZ will start the second OT with a victory.
These CT gun rounds for MOUZ were hard to come by in regulation. So to kick off this overtime with one of them, I dare say that, yeah, exactly like you're seeing from xertioN, that's going to be a feel-good moment. This is really where they've been struggling, and they lost the opening pick as well in that round. Nice little recovery in the 4-on-5. Good stuff for Nexius. His A4 has been pretty good. He's been hitting a couple multi-frags on B.
Yep.
Oh, he's the wolf pack straight through middle, just 5-man, running into window and connector.
Ah-ha-ha! Chewy was prepared for it this time around. They've adapted, improvised, and overcome. Gotten that opening double. Well done from MOUZ. A bit of an awkward one there for Nexius.
Kyron jumps in window. Dorsey well aware that someone could be walking through murder hole and punishes. In the meanwhile, BetBoom rerouting back towards this B site. xertioN's here with the smoke. There is a molly to push him out of position, but Siren very low here. And with Danis going underpass with the bomb, I dare say that this is going to be some kind of a B fake with just a U-tilt to hope that Danis can maybe creep up corner or jump into window here and win the round.
Well, he is going to jump into window. I don't know whether or not xertioN would have heard that. It seems like he certainly has, because he's really paying attention to the murder hole. And he now is hearing Danis jumping around in jungle, so he'll just creep his way through. And at this point, that's going to be pretty much the round over, you'd think. What's more impressive about this as well is that's 2 on the CT side.
That's what I was going to say. 2 in a row on CT. I think MOUZ are understanding this is their game now. And BetBoom, they're going to be feeling very deflated after being up 9-3. Feeling like they were unstoppable on the T side. They're starting to run out of steam here.
To be fair, it's going to be hard to keep up that kind of pace.
Timeout here for BetBoom. Do get an additional timeout as we head into overtime. So time to have a little bit of a chat about how to secure this 16th round. they haven't had to consider the fact that T-side rounds might be hard to come by so far this game.
All right, those instant window smokes. Here we go again. They're in the highlight.
Yeah, got it this time.
Got it.
Palace pop.
Yeah, it's faster play from BetBoom. This has been their bread and butter. But xertioN, he's going to gobble all that up. Frozen and xertioN as well, able to strike. It is a little bit too easy for MOUZ, apparently, as BetBoom very much have run out of steam. It's going to be 3 on the CT side of OT number 2 for MOUZ. Nothing xertioN can do about it, and that is 18-15. One more required for MOUZ, and they will have completed the comeback.
Yeah, started shutting down those Palace pop plays. Like, this is why you can't just run these kind of strats usually against Tier 1 teams. Like, these Tier 1 teams, their anchor play is very good at shutting them down. They understand how to react to them. It's the kind of thing that will usually get you wins a lot more against opponents who are going to make some more mistakes. So BetBoom, I think, you know, I was putting it down to the peaker advantage, to the ability to play aggressively, working for them. But MOUZ, I think, are really starting to shut that down. Again, smoke to top mid and window, and MOUZ just going back to what was working for them. These B-Apps plays have been impossible for BetBoom to defend.
One smoke over the top for the window, and the rest of the lads jumping out with the layered flashes. There's a Molotov on the short as well, and it's Nexius again who opens the account for MOUZ. He's doing exactly what he's intended to do. He's been given a hard job, and he's been answering that call quite nicely for MOUZ. Now it's just 2 members left alive for BetBoom. xertioN and Danis trying to retake the B bomb site with a double AWP setup. It's just never going to work, and BetBoom are going to be so disappointed at seeing how that map played out, because it was theirs, hook, line, and sinker, but they got baited and outsmarted by Frozen. And in the end, it is MOUZ that will walk away with map 1 of the upper bracket final. And they really do have to congratulate Frozen, because he was the one that gave them the chance at that comeback.